screen and back to another, welcome to a a game what I never did before. Okay, I can't really see the thing, please adjust the slider until the computer is barely visible. So barely, so that's about there then. Okay. And please enter the correct time. Okay, I got that right there. I'll keep my eye on there because so let's do it's 8:19 because I know there's a so PM 8 8:20 there. Not can be enabled, can be accessed from the menu. Yeah, I did try to put the subtitles on. Okay, it said, but hello, this is Tyler, and welcome to the Stanley Paddable Ultra Deluxe. And I never played it in my life, so I'm just getting warmed up.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
I stepped out of my office. Okay, I'm Stanley.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, I go to the meeting room. I'm gonna follow the persons first, and then I'll do whatever I want.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
So door on my left. This is my first time doing this as well, so I just watched Jet.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
There we go. Okay, I just gotta get this over and over.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
2, 8, 4, 5.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
So that's how you do it. You press that, okay. Okay. This is good. This is
Descending
good
deeper
to
into the
do.
building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job.
I know.
Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Yes, he did. Let's just have a check. Oh, look, cameras.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed.
How many
Each bore
people
the
got
number
fired?
of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Yeah. So how many people are fired? Just 2? Just 2 people are fired, really? Okay. This is why I didn't really want to
This
play it.
mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
So that's 5. So that one's 5 and that one's 5, but they're still...
No,
they're still fine on...
He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Okay, I think...
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controlled and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
There we go, so let's switch it off and for this story. I am turning that down to blow out my eardrums, but yeah. But this is good. What's happened now?
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
Was it over?
Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp?
I don't know if that's
what
going to be
other
an end
mysteries
of,
did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking,
that no one
but happiness.
Joined.
Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel.
Are you done
Whatever
yet?
life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know.
We need to be careful
It
here
was
because last
perhaps
time
the only thing worth knowing.
I don't
Stanley
remember.
stepped through the open door.
Stanley stepped through the open door.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen.
Hi, Mara.
And
It's not come up on the screen yet, but
was
yeah.
happy.
Hi, Mara. There. So that should be one ending. Beat the game. Yeah, beat the game now. Now, it's a mess around. Get your first ever trophy. Okay. Okay. I don't really want to do
All
any
of his
of these
co-workers were
ones.
gone. What could it mean?
Okay, now I can
Stanley
look around.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley
Is this the
looked,
swearing
he
channel?
couldn't find a trace
I know,
of his
sorry, I'm
co-workers.
not swore, sorry. I'm just too busy trying to what's that? Because it's not really much things to swear about in this.
Okay.
Because these other YouTubers would be able to do it, but some YouTubers can do it. I can't. So I'm just gonna do
Stanley went around touching
Fuck,
every
fuck,
little
fuck, fuck,
thing
fuck.
in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
I like to switch it off. There, I don't know. Okay, we got Fox in the chat. Could we get any more words? Nope. I'm just opening, trying to open all now.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
Doors.
he entered the
Yeah,
door
they're
on
on
his
his
left.
left. Now I'm going to the
This
right
was
now.
not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Shit,
Perhaps he wanted to
Shit.
stop by the
Shit.
employee lounge first, just to
Yeah.
admire it.
right.
Who's this? Who's this? Who's gonna shit? Who's shitting my tits? There we go. There we go. I'm just messing around now.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few
Okay.
moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room.
I know it looks so
Stanley
lovely.
simply
this
stood
room.
here, drinking it all in.
Drinking it all in, yeah. I did try to get a drink, but it didn't work.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Now. No. You can take that out of your head. I'm not going anywhere. There
Stanley
we go.
was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Oh yeah, really. I'm just trying to get. I'm just trying to get the most random things up.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot.
I'm going to
here.
start going up this way.
I'm not
first.
your enemy, really. I'm
There's
not.
a bit. There's got
I
to be
realize
another
that
end.
investing your trust
in
in
the
someone
back.
else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
I
There's
do want
someone
to.
you've been neglecting, Stanley.
I do want to
Someone
go
you've
off, but
forgotten
not yet.
about.
No.
Please, stop trying to make every decision
not
by
listening to you.
yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
I'm
This is
asking
it,
for
Stanley.
her.
Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Yeah, she's been rated. I know that's another ending, so that's why I don't really care.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you
Reach
can
out to
truly
her.
place your faith in another. Oh, no, you can't. Did you just unplug the
Cut the
phone?
cord.
No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice.
Cut
How did
the
you
cord,
do that?
yeah.
You
I
actually
did think
chose
about that.
incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person. I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Choice.
Okay.
It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice. He could invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people. Or he could spend years of hard work forgetting how to read. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
A back, sack, and crack.
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8?
Put a line through
Less?
that.
And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Yeah, in this video.
Ah, welcome back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
Is it going to be sort of a room out, or...? I'm going to go back in there.
Make wrong choice.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make the wrong choices this time. They wanted me to come out. But I don't know what he wants me to do, but... Okay. That's what I'm going to start doing, making the wrong choices.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
He's stopping me from doing every good thing. Don't worry. I'll make sure I ignore him. Try to. Did he open that door before? Yeah. I know he's going to try to make me do other things now. So,
almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending. The story will have resolution once again, and you'll be
Find broom closet and close it.
yeah, I will. I will try the broom closet if I remember where the broom closet is. See?
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Right.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
No. What's that? Oh. What is he done here? Because he put things in walls. Hey, are you back? Yeah. Oh, please. Wait, did I try that door at the end? What? And you open. There's gotta be something I can pick up or do. Okay, I go and open that door, but he's not saying anything now. Come on, I can't even go back.
Oh, it's ruined.
Yes.
I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue,
I can't really
would it be
read
worth
that, but it
to know
looks
that my
weird.
story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that?
I
can't erase that knowledge.
flick.
I'll have to live with it forever.
That's a flick in
Reliving its
there.
impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to. I have to.
That looks brilliant. Shoot.
Oh, I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish.
Oh,
with you. You, who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You
There's
just
the
had to
two doors.
see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley?
What are you doing
He
to me in
actually
this
knows how
room?
to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child.
Excuse me?
My story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard to make... behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yeah, I will. I'm gonna go.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back.
Oh, it's just
Behave
keep taking
exactly
that.
as Stanley would.
Gosh,
That
I've got a
means
good idea. I'm
choosing
gonna go through that.
responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I will keep annoying him, but it's just. Right, I'm gonna check these doors. Okay. There.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Look, I've got the closet, but it's locked. He locked the closet.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay. Let's see what he did make me do here. Is there in there? He's locked the toilet as well. He's locked that. Oh, this is different.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Does it work now? Night Shark 1.
Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
Night Shark 115. Don't work.
I'm sorry, is there a problem? You didn't mishear me, did you? Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
Night Shark 115.
Okay, fine. You're not going to do it. But you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward.
You fucking coward.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Stanley? Hello?
All the way up here.
Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice.
The end.
I need you to walk through the door. Are you listening to me?
Yeah, it's got another ending.
Is everything all right? Stanley, this is important. The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose. Do something. Anything.
Got another ending in the bag.
You can ever know. I need this. The story needs it. So, you hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there? Okay. It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's all right.
I've upset
I'll
the
wait for you to
narrator.
decide what's the right thing to do.
I've upset the
Take as
narrator.
much time as you need.
Sorry, narrator. Didn't mean to upset you. It's not my fault, it's yours. But anyway. It's never end, it's never end, it's never end. Yeah, but it was the end.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Wind him up.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I've got an idea what's in my head, don't worry. I'm gonna take the door on the right again.
When
Wind up the
Stanley came
narrator.
to a set of 2 open doors,
Yeah,
this
I
was
will.
not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
I've got some
Perhaps he
in my
wanted to
head.
stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow.
Okay,
Yes, this room.
I'm not
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took directions. It's incredible he wasn't 5
5 years
ago.
ago.
Look,
I'm
Stanley,
gonna
I
jump
think
off
perhaps
that.
we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important.
I'm going to do
Stanley walked through the red door.
Stanley walked through the blue door.
Perhaps you misunderstood.
Blue.
Stanley walked through the red door.
Through
I
the
still don't
blue.
think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
Yeah, blue.
All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
Here we go.
You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you?
Yes.
Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing.
Such fun.
Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better?
Fun.
What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback.
Oh, here we go. New design.
There we go.
Yes.
A third option. This already feels
SEX.
leaps ahead of where we were before.
Yes, X.
Go ahead,
Really.
Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Oh, okay. Should I? Nah. No. Yeah. No. I'll go for everyone. I might.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there.
Give him a free.
Now, tell me about
Yeah,
your
well.
experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. Oh, of course. A 3. Really? Maybe next time we can get you to form an actual opinion, you know? Any level of critical thinking or engagement with your surroundings? Does that sound good? Think we can do that? Yes?
It's too orange.
Wonderful. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Stanley. Incredible. Worldwide. Good old Neil is offline. Is offline. Do it again.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep
3.
walking through doors? Again,
3.
honest answers, please.
3.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
I would mind. Thank you. Oh, let's see what game.
In this game, the baby crawls
That's a bit.
left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the
baby.
fire,
Yeah.
you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly
Let the
confronting
baby
the
burn.
demands of family life.
Yeah, well.
I think the art world
Even
will
though it
really
sounds
take
a bit-
notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be
It
sure
get
to
an
keep
ending.
notes on your
Yeah,
experience.
it gets an ending, yeah.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for
Yeah,
playing.
heartless
Your input was
bastard.
extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here?
If they make us do Rocket League, that'd be lovely. Well, some of them I can't do.
This seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
I think Rocket
I've got you
League
an
in.
ending.
Yeah, you got me an ending. I think I knew that ending. Oh,
Aha! Fascinating. What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation? Well, it
Well,
seems
that's a-
obvious to me that
it's
you are
the
meant to
latest
play as a
computer.
creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose. Yes, that must be it.
Okay.
What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So
This is
far,
lovely.
I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
why did that open? See what else is out there? Gas campers. Gotta blow them up. Yeah, have a gun somewhere. Oh, this is how it's at. Team up. There we go. Let's go down. I remember what's happened there.
Oh, no. No, it can't be.
I'm going to start walking off that way.
It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off.
Stanley, I want to go to my lake.
Goodness, Stanley, what a close call. You nearly wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can just go in any...
In other words, Minecraft.
Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls.
It's humming.
Okay, I think this will be just the
Really?
thing.
Oh, what would be just this thing? Rocket League!
Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to run
Where's
around
the ball?
in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
There's always a way to get out of games, but
Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see.
I know.
There are lots of cars
Rocket
here in the back, but
League.
obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley. A touchdown together? Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Yay! I wanna. Okay, see how
Are
good
you
can I
doing
get?
it? Are you winning? Is this fun? Is it better than my miserable little story that I worked so hard on?
Yes,
Stanley,
it is.
I have a thought. And I realize I'm not a sportsologist, but if one ball generates a certain amount of raw adrenal pleasure, then surely multiple balls makes for an even more
Balls.
euphoric sports experience.
Only one
I'm going
ball
to
is
try it
better
out.
than
Here comes another ball.
I don't want any more bubbles.
Yes! Oh goodness, that really does feel amazing, doesn't it? Stanley, I'm like a child in a confectionery shop. I simply have to have more. I'm insatiable. More... Hold on. What are you doing?
I'm not having any more of your balls. Thank you. I don't any of your robot balls.
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
So much. It's a bit dark around there, isn't it? I'm feeling dead. Oh, ooh.
This is an ending.
Is it? Well, probably. But yeah, I think it is an ending. I think I've seen it in Jacksepticeye's videos before. So I'm trying to get the one to get So I knew this was an ending.
I watched it on YouTube.
Yeah, I think I watched a few of them on YouTube. I've watched a few Jacksepticeye ones and ooh, so pretty quiet. Oh, there's the only one with the light on, so let's go over there. Oh, there we go. There I can see some light. Oh, look, 427. So this is like his office. So I'm 427 and there's 427 there. So
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice. And if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell
Find a
him.
mixtape.
He needs me.
find a
Someone who
mixtape.
will wrap
I
everything
probably
up at
might.
the end. To make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the
I've got a
confusion.
few ideas
That's
what's
who
still
I
up
am.
my sleeve.
That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon.
Very
I can
soon.
wait.
You can wait. Really? Alright, there we go. I would do so my things
All of
that
his co-workers were
they're
gone.
gone.
What could it
What do you
mean?
mean?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I'm just having a good check through doors because there could be that door what's open now about new content or something. I think that's it. I think okay. Got a few
When
ideas.
Stanley came to a set of two open
Two
doors, he entered the door
on
on
his
his left.
left, no
This
right.
wasn't the correct way to the meeting room.
Closet.
and
I
Stanley
might
knew
go
it
to the
perfectly
closet,
well.
but not yet.
Perhaps
I
he
think
wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
I've got a few because I want to use that other
The
door he's
lounge
talking
was
about.
sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his
Yeah,
left.
follow that one there.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
And then got back on track there.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he... Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
No, I didn't turn around and got back on track. I started clicking everything around in here and then
There was
got
nothing
back on.
here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
I'm going to stay in here. I'm going to
It
stay.
was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet.
Yeah.
He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
Such fun.
Yeah. I'm just going to keep tapping things.
Are you really still in the broom closet?
Yeah.
Standing around doing nothing?
Yeah.
Why? Please
Why?
offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
Because I can. I'm going to stay in here for all my life if I have to.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If
Well,
I'd
you
said
can-
Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever.
Ever.
I never would have thought to mention it.
Yeah, probably. I'll stay in here. Alright.
Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favourite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
No, one of them did. One of them did
Stanley
buy
was
that
fat and
thing
ugly
now.
and really, really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers. Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed in front of your screen. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. They have fallen prey to
Consoles,
any
but yeah.
number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities.
Don't
It's
know what that
indicative
is,
of
but-
the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming. so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them.
I'm staying in
All
my
right,
broom
when
cupboard.
you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
No, I'm not. I'm not stepping out. If you want me to step out, force me out. I'm just gonna start clicking around again. I'm just gonna start clicking around. Is he not really gonna say anything until I step out now? I'm just tapping the floor. Just tapping everything. See if that round them up.
Step out and go in closet and close door.
Ah, second player. It's good to... You too? Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
I'll go in and out if I... I'm gonna see if I can wind him up again. He sounds a lot like Margaret when he gets angry. I'm gonna see if I can...
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Let me open the door. No, I'm gonna go downstairs. I'm not doing what you say. When he gets angry, it just sounds a lot like
But Stanley just
TANO.
couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming! He yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life.
I'm not.
Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
And then he found out he's insane. That's a nice ladder. On horse.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
And then it went black. And another ending in the bag.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Oh, is it?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town, talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am safe.
Hi,
Control of
Shannon.
my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing
Tyler
this
swear
man
face with tears of joy.
Then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day.
Why?
The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension,
everyone.
the rest of her life. She had no time
Hi,
for this,
Stacey.
so it was only a
What
moment
are you doing
that
here?
she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Big dick. Yeah, Stacey has got a big dick. For her head. Now.
No Stacy, bad girl.
I think there's an ending for being here.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his
I
responsibility?
am sorry, loudly crying face, pensive face, loudly crying face.
This could
Yeah,
go
that's
any
it.
Now
way
wind
except
him up.
badly. The thing to do
Tyler,
now,
what you
Stanley
playing?
thought to
I
himself,
didn't
was
join.
to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will
Okay,
break me.
here's one
In
thing.
here I can
This
be
is
happy
the
forever.
Stanley
I will be happy.
Stanley
Stanley
Parable.
waited. Hours passed,
Ultra Deluxe.
then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon,
I want you to play
very
scary
soon
games,
now,
it's fun.
this will end. He
Terrible.
will be spoken to.
Incredible.
He
Yeah,
will be told
I
what
can't
to
really
do.
say it as much.
Now it's
Scary
just
games,
a little bit closer. Now
Okay,
it's even closer.
I'll make sure Simulacra
Here it
comes into one
comes.
of them, but
Tyler, 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 Tyler,
And this is why I would have loved.
Tyler, 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 Tyler,
Okay,
Tyler.
no, that one's done.
All of his co-workers
Those
were
workers are gone.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Missed a memo.
No matter how hard
Stacy
Stanley
scam
looked,
again and
he
I'll
couldn't
strip
find
on
a
call.
trace of his co-workers.
I think,
Play a game called Evil Baby.
yeah, that'd be a good one for me to play as well, but... Okay, there's another one. I will play Evil Baby. Just And give me a minute, I might need to turn the narrator up because Stacey's just gonna keep.
I need to shit. JK, I don't.
Okay, yeah.
He entered the door on his left.
He entered the door on his left. Okay, I'll go on my left. I already did the broom cupboard, so I'm gonna do the normal escape one
Yet
now.
there was not a single person here either.
Stacy is coming.
Feeling a wave of disbelief,
Tell her not
Stanley
to come too
decided to
much.
go up to his
Stacy
boss's
is
office.
coming.
Hoping he might coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's
His
office.
office. It's a bit shiny, this floor.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley
Shannon,
was once
Shannon,
again
Shannon, Shannon,
stunned to
Shannon,
discover
Shannon, Shannon,
So is it
Shannon,
two-
Shannon, Shannon, Shannon,
eight-
Shannon, Shannon, Shannon.
Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as
Stacy's
possible.
cam again, and
he
I'll
didn't
strip
even have a
and
single
show you
minute
my
to just
chocolate
let the
starfish.
narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming new age music.
Let me hear him. Oh, this is nice music, really.
Feeling soothed,
Tyler, 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 Tyler.
Stacey, shush. Thank you, Shannon.
Stacy, shush.
Stacey, keep spamming in the chat. I will have to ban you or report you as spam, and YouTube might tell you off for it. So come on, go. Calm down.
Sorry, Shannon.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read
No, I'm not.
Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall,
Are you okay?
Stanley would meet his
I
violent
reported
death.
her.
Really? Okay.
Sorry, Tyler.
It's alright.
The door behind
forget
him was
what you're
not
doing.
shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
No, I'm not listening to you.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly
fucking late.
confront his death.
Yeah, it is too fucking late now,
I
Stacey.
will sorry.
I will, sorry. Okay, well done. Where did I go? Am I still falling?
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise,
Go off now.
he reflected that his life had been
Go
of
off
no
now, yeah,
consequence
you.
whatsoever.
Now.
Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't
My
know the
controller's
real story,
vibrating. I
trapped
know what I can
forever in
do
his
with
past.
that.
Shite liar, you know that.
Perhaps his
Yes, I
death
know.
was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
See you all tomorrow.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator,
Oh, here we go.
as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Or it won't. I think that's the ending. But I don't want to go to that end. Hi, Shannon. Edit.
Vulcan salute.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When
There you go.
every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance,
Yes.
death becomes
I mean-
meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you
There's
see
an
that
office.
Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
So I was already dead, so that's my office there. And then we go there. Oh yeah. I know there's another ending somewhere, and okay, it's in there. There's no, switch them off for now. There's the credits that really want. Oh, I don't know if anyone's gone this way, but I might as well go this way. It's been made. Oh yeah, I remember this way now. So that's that raw zone one. And I know I should be reading these, but latest development, yeah, that I think all the other YouTubers are trashed on that anyway. So, oh, that's a narrator email from. There is a skeleton in. Okay, I'm not doing that then. If it's gonna keep flashing like that, I'm not doing it. Oh. I'm being a bit tired, so give me a minute. What is that? Moving away from that noise. Okay, that sounded creepy. It's not even supposed to be a horror game and get horror game, but it just made everything just sound weird. Give me the button. I want to go up and down. Oh, Stan.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
Turn it off.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen.
Hey, give me a minute. What?
But listen to me. You can still save.
I'm just trying to get one more
you
ending
can stop
before I
the
finish
program
it.
before they both fail.
Turn off your PlayStation. There's no other way to beat this game.
As long as
Turn
you
off my
move forward,
PlayStation
you'll be walking
and
someone
everyone-
else's path. Stop now, and it'll be your only true choice.
So in the other games,
Choose
it always
it.
used to say
Don't
turn
let
off your
time
PC.
choose for you.
But on this
Don't
one,
let
and I'm dead. God, that sounds very graphic. But yeah. So, I wait for it to. Okay. Super clock. But guys, I'm gonna end this video here. If you want me to continue it, I will. I just need to find time to do it. I know I said I was gonna. I didn't know when I was gonna come back on. I did say to them, do you want me to do it on my swearing channel? They said yes. So here we are on the swearing channel again. So, and it's fun for them, and it's fun, and it's fun for me. Bit
WRNKIS.
wankers. Okay. So guys, I'll see you all in the next video. You want monkeys? Okay. If we're having monkeys, I'm gonna probably do a few other things for myself. So I see other. Oh, well, they want to see. If you want to know what monkeys is, because I said it in my kids. They say it in my kids' thing, but I can't say that. So I said it yesterday, but I say it again. They want me to put on Pornhub for them, and I am. But I don't watch it. Don't worry, guys. I don't. I don't toss to it. I'm not. They wank to it. I probably do Just Dance. If you want me to do Just Dance on a video as well, I don't mind. I do a bit of Just Dance. But guys, I've got to keep my mouth shut now, and I see you all.
Don't lie.
You don't lie. Bye, guys.